Welcome to the stream. A lot of clicking there. I had to click around the scenes and stuff. A day off of streams and I'm washed. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. The final stream of August 2025. I had to look at the calendar. I'm not gonna even lie. I looked at the calendar. I saw first that it was August 31st, and then for like almost a full second, I said, "Wait, are there 32 days in August?" And then I clicked on the thing to expand the calendar thing, and I was like, "What the hell am I thinking?" That's what happened moments before I hit go live. I questioned if August had 32 days in it. All right, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sunday, mid-afternoon. I recovered from basically a full day out yesterday. Ooh. It was a long day on my feet. Almost pretty much all day. Rarely sat down. Except for when I was at a very crowded and loud piano bar downtown. That was an experience. But hanging with friends was nice. Going to the convention was nice. Staying in Japan never disappoints. But I'm back. For now, staying in Japan always happens the weekend of Labor Day. You know, Labor Day weekend. So I always get that Monday off too. So it's still like a full weekend after a Saturday out. It's so clutch. It's so clutch. I appreciate it so much. Sorry, I'm closing things on my phone here so I don't get distracted. So happy week before, or week of, not even before, week of Silk Song releasing at the end of the week. I've talked about, we will be playing that. I think it comes out Thursday. I don't stream on Thursday, so it'll be Friday night that we start that. In a perfect world, if I could finish Citizen Sleeper and Axiom Verge 2 this week, which I don't think is going to be too difficult, then we'd be golden. But we're going to start with Citizen Sleeper for a bit here tonight, or today. It's not night yet. And then depending on how long we play, what we're feeling, what we accomplish, maybe we switch to Axiom Verge 2 to try to finish it. Kind of depends also, you know, if we're you know, gonna do an extended like stream if we go into the night kind of thing, and I don't know if that's gonna be the case or not yet. I'm kind of we're gonna play it by ear, but yeah, at least for now we're gonna play some Citizen Sleeper because I'm still very fascinated by this game. I must find the nurture and grow bed for the seed. So the seed, Flotilla 8 is the DLC stuff, so we're not going to touch that. Disable your tracker still. Don't know where Fang is. Bliss, I think we started to see last stream at the top of the thing. Rico's experience, we have been working a lot. And then a side rail ticket is back over here. I think I'm kind of leaning towards... How many points do I have? 2? Oh. 2 upgrade points. But I don't want any of these. So I think that's why I held on to them. Because I'm going to pick up one of these +2s. When I can. Club head samples. Oh, we've got the club head samples already. Alright, then we'll just jump right into this, right? Aha! You hand them over to an eager Rico, who immediately begins work on the samples. Blop, blop, blop. Put them in, put them in, put them in, put them in. Rico wants to share her findings with you and seems even more excited than usual. Oh, dude, I'm excited about mushrooms as well. Remember that? I don't know if anyone's going to get this reference, but there's that old, like, VHS video that you can find kicking around on the internet that's like some old lady who's really into like worms and mushrooms and shit. I think she's mostly into worms, and then mushrooms get talked about because worms, I'd assume, facilitate mushrooms a bit. Maybe it's not about mushrooms at all. Maybe I'm just thinking about the worms video, but like I'm conflating it with mushrooms a bit. She probably talks about mushrooms. But to get back to the point, she just is fucking talking a bunch about her love of worms and everything about worms and worm sex and worm food and worm movement and everything. And it's just a great, great wholesome video, but also kind of fucking corny as hell. But that's kind of its charm, you know? Rico's at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. Whirling of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she knows your approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up, smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, I think I have something. You should rest. I know my limits, she laughs to herself. I just don't like paying attention to them. The drum finishes spinning, and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me. And according to my analysis, it is a substance totally unique to the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Rico asks, without looking away from the vial. No idea. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought... She pauses, thinking very carefully of how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She sighs. They came through a fair few cycles ago. Found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them here in had never seen one of you before, were terrified of the strange person wandering in from the open vacuum. They were quieter than you, and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke to them once while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. Rico scanned your face. I was silent there. Rico scanned your face for any sign of reaction. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the Greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your palm. How? Those clubhead caps made it for you. Or, at least, who or whatever made those clubheads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame is it, runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology has a time limit built in. Somehow the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has it sprung from your presence here. Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I know now, what I also know is that it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many clubheads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. Hey! Is that then like going to be a new way to get stabilizers? But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it. To dig into it. To find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yes. Rico sighs with relief and deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper. Truly I am. Sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you. She smiles. You are welcome here any time. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile. And you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab, in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent. So you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper, and where they ended up, weighing on your mind. Let's go! Become self-sufficient through botany. Rico's grow beds. Plant. Oh, we can plant the seed here now. The only way to understand what Gardner gave you is to grow it. Rico is incredibly excited about the prospect. Well, fucking yeah. Put that seed in there, baby. I'll take good care of it, Sleeper. Rico smiles. Don't you worry. Okay. And then I assume here, stabilizer synthesis. So 2 of those, probably 3rd level mushrooms, because we have like, there's now like, as far as we can see, 3 different levels of mushrooms. So these ones seem to be the most rare, but with a couple of them, let's see, with a couple of the caps, Rico can extract the miraculous stabilizer they produce. It's a hard thing to believe. Okay. Fucking dope. Fucking dope. Also, I just realized something. Because I was looking up at the re-rolling the dice symbol. It doesn't re-roll dice we've already spent. But let's say I get 2 6s and then a 1, 2, and a 3. And I'm like, ooh, those 1, 2, and 3 are bad, but I kind of like those 6s. I could use those 6s and then re-roll the lower dice. In my head, I always thought, okay, re-roll at the very beginning. Or if it allowed it, re-roll at the end to try to get the dice back. But obviously that didn't work. But I didn't think I could just expend the good dice and then re-roll the bad dice. I'm a fucking fool. But I just realized it. I've got that clarity going on. I've got that post-convention clarity. I'm so smart. Okay, so we did that, and we put the seed in. Plant the seed, let it grow. Is it on a timer already? Is the timer going? Yes. Here. What is that timer? Oh my god, it's 8 turns. Okay. Well then, now what? Oh yeah, we can take a +3 or a +2 with 3 points. Now, into it, engage, or engineer. I'm going with Intuit. Bucket. It's what I think we started with as our bonus, like, skill at the start. I think that's what we do. I forget. This is where we have grow mushrooms. So we have to get... Well, now we have 2 stabilizers. So we are, and our condition is basically all the way full. You know what I mean? So, like, we're good on energy, but I think it would be good to have every once in a while put, like, collect some spores with, like, a 6. Also, it has into it, so even a 4 becomes a 6. See, this is how we fucking do this shit. So, yeah. We also got to get some food. There we go. Get some spores. Okay, what do we want to do with this other 6? Money? Do I need money? Do I want to go do the bliss thing? Let me go check up. Ascend. Give him a little hub. Bliss's Bay. There's Bliss's Bay. What's over here? Weightless Wanderer is getting close. It's at the Gimbal Lounge. Yeah, a spacer meal. I forget, what's the one that gives me a chance of random scrap item on engineer, cryo on interface, and then engage potentially gets me energy. I kind of want to finish this off, and we might get energy by doing this. Let's do it. And I got energy. Nice. Somehow you end up on the Fraction Drive Freyr for a long-way reunion between 2 spacer crews. Their knowledge is invaluable. Kisho capsules. Rent a capsule. The only place to sleep on the hub. Hacked off a colony ship and wielded to the ring. They are surprisingly expensive to rent. Why would you want to rent this? This has got to do something if we buy it, right? Do I want to spend money for that? My curiosity is way too high. Minus 60 cryo, capsule unlocked. You hand over the chits and get a passkey for capsule 0451. Also, wait, it said 48, but it took 60 from me, it said. What the hell is that about? Or did it not? Did it say minus 60, but it really took me the 48? Whatever. Time to find which of the identical births is yours. Oh, we're working. Oh, identical births. Oh. Oh. Okay, things are happening. Things are happening. Well, we have no more dice. Inject stabilizer. Okay, so it is just like we can sunbathe here. Oh, so it is just another. It's just another place. We just like. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's end cycle here. We're fine. I don't think we're pressed for materials or money right now, so I was fine doing that and seeing what happened, you know? So again, like I was just saying, I can use my 5, 5, and 4, and then re-roll my 1s, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong. Possible. Always possible. Oh, they need seed money. Oh. Okay, let's make some money then. My bad. Oh, maybe is available. Okay. Oh yeah, because Rabia and what's their face? The cool person that I actually liked. Probably seeing it. Sabine. There we go. It's been a while since we played this, I think. Right? It's been. Yeah, it's been a while. Cut me some slack. Okay. So, as you enter Rabia's office, you hear voices. Is that Sabine? You push open the door. Sleeper, what good timing. Rabia calls out to as you enter. I wanted to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the center of the room, speaking quietly with Rabia. He turns as you come in. Meet Yannick. Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Rabbi. He smiles an easy smile. Yet again, Elder. I'll say good to meet you. Likewise, likewise, he waves a ringed hand. Now, Rabbi, where were we? Actually, Rabbi places a hand on your shoulder. Sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Well, okay then. Yannick tucks his hands into his pockets. Go on. I'd like to recommend them to your ward. Tiny pause. They've shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the spoke side. But we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Rabbi. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly decides. Rabbi smiles. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. Steps one surprisingly light step closer to you. You here to work, Sleeper? What kind of work? A question. Yannick lowers his head and raises it again, as if he dropped something. Nothing new for you, he answers, not quite looking at you. You don't follow. What is he saying? That concludes it, Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward. Anytime they like. You shoot Rabbi a confused look. Rabbi finally glances at you for a moment. But it is so fast you almost miss it. Good. I know you'll be happy with their work, Yan. Yannick reaches out and squeezes her shoulder. Sure, Rabbi, he says. Now please, he says, turning to face you. Let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabbi away, leaving you standing alone. You look to Rabia, but she's deep in conversation, and so, stunned and confused, you leave. What the hell's going on? Yannick's ward is now open. Alright, so a working patrol the block thing. Quite a bit we'd have to fill in. Perk, predictive reasoning, sure. 3 annex trust for best result. 1 for just probably bad. Dangerous, though, but we get a +1. The massive block at the center of the low end is making up layers and layers of units. Controlling this vertical city is a challenge. I will stick a 5 in there. Did I get some money? No. Factories, restaurants, surgeries, schools. The layers of the block are rich with stories and problems solved. You are starting to learn them all. I'm going to stick another 6 in there. Wachow. There we go. Halfway full already. We take that. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Kind of want to work at the I love working here. I love working here. Because then I get some money and energy. The kelp in the stack is golden brown. As you eat the noodles at the end of the shift, you imagine distant oceans at birth. Now, here we go. I got 1s. Reroll. Ooh! Look at me go. Look at me fucking go. Gonna deliver some nudes. 13 cryo. And then I'm going to go get some spores. Two spores. 2 spores. Because really, if I can just get stabilizers this way quite easily, the only problem really is that once we get the 3 spores, it does take, what is it, 4 turns to then get mushrooms that might not get us, you know, what we need. And then I think we have to pick them, so it's not the best process. So still, we're probably going to rely a bit on having to buy it, you know, through here. But at least it should, like, supplement it a bit. You know what I mean? All right, so we have a place to sleep on at all, like, locations. Up here, over up there, and then down here where we originally started. We've got places to sleep. And I love that for me. I don't want to get too comfortable, but I'm almost at a point where I feel like we could always stay at the 6 dice level. Now, I also say the worrywart in myself is like, would be afraid to take too much of a risk and then get into a bad cycle. Like, what's the term I'm thinking of? Like, always be like, oh shit, we got, like, me thinking I have, like, a lot of cushion and then, like, really ruining my supply of everything and not being as comfortable as I should be, or I'm not as good of a situation as I think I could be, or something bad happening once and then me being not able to recover somehow. That would be bad. Not really great rolls. I got a 5. And then kind of shit. At this point, like, I only want to see 4s and above. Everything else, I think we'd try to attempt to, like, re-roll. And then if we re-roll and still get bad, we'll use those on, like, safe things, right? I'll keep working here. Got it. And we got 1 energy. Gonna re-roll. 4, 6, 1, 1. 4, 6, 1, 1. I think we can use the 1s on the work at the here. Because it is safe. We may not get a lot of money, but... yeah, negative outcome. But it's something. Okay, okay. Yeah. Scrap components for one. Where the fuck is Fang? I'm trying to think of all these different places that would maybe be able to... oh, I could do this for... I could have... for energy. Nice. 8 cryo and 3 energy for that. Alright. Where the fuck could Fang be? Do we know? I still don't think this is showing us where, which leads me to believe that it's something that we have yet to, like, pop up as a point on the map. Does that make sense? Let me check here, and then I'm gonna check up. I want to chase the leads with you, Fang. Trust me. Alright, I'm just gonna finish this one off. You almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabia says sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block. Then we need you to get into his office. A pause. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. Either way, we need to locate the link to SNARP. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabia says be careful. Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay, processing the implant data and sending it to SNARP, but we can't lock down its position. Either he's moving it, or it's moving itself, or it is rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You only get one shot. Oh boy. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, sleeper. I'm sorry too. Be safe. The recording clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder, just in case, and walk away. Looks like it is up to you. Oh shit. Obviously dangerous. I'm not gonna fuck this up. He asked you to collect his medicine from his office. We're doing the damn thing. Do I trust Sabine? Do I trust Rabia? Do I trust that they're working together? Do I trust that this is gonna solve things? Am I scared? Am I going to shit myself? All probably yes. Alright, we're down to 4 dice here for a few turns. I'm just gonna go right into it. So Yannick has asked you to collect his medicine. Now is the only chance to find that SNARP relay. You spot the countermeasure on the drawer moments before you touch it. This has to be it, but you can't rush it. You look at the countermeasure on the drawer. Looks like some kind of shock trap. If you grab the drawer, you'd likely have thousands of volts running through your system right now. You wince. Once you find the anchor points, it comes away easily enough. You pry it? You press it from the drawer quickly and quietly, then listen for footsteps in the corridor outside. Nothing. All clear for now. You slide the drawer open, looking for other countermeasures that might be inside, expecting to see a chunk of tech, the relay. But as you slip it open, all you see is a handful of wires and an empty implant cradle. Is this some kind of mistake? You freeze for a moment, unsure what to do next. Why keep an implant cradle so carefully guarded? You remember Yannick having an implant. A small plate on the side of his head, just above his ear. You assumed it was for hearing or vision. Those shimmering glasses of his came back to you in your memory. His strange movements, his speech. You look again at the cradle, and there it is, printed on the frame. Proprietary technology, property of SNARP. Rabia said the relay moved, but they couldn't get a fix on it. What if Yannick was the relay? The thoughts hits you like shock. Yannick, with a remote relay implanted in his head. Networked to every single implanted enforcer in the low end. A shudder runs through you. Is he even in control? Or has SNARP wormed its way into the man? Could he even be considered separate from the corporation itself? You think of your own legal status as proprietary technology, a puppet with cut strings. Time to cut Yannick's strings then. You reach around inside the cradle and find it, a remote connection, a tiny bead of a transmitter, likely controlling the link to SNARP. There it is. You pause for a moment, then you squeeze it, snap it from the frame, and it crumples, sparks, and dies. Take a moment before the shouts come, before the scream, and you are already on your way out. Down the corridor, down through the unit that serves the lobby to Yannick's office. Then, out into the walkway where Yannick lies still, enforcers gathered around him, bemused. What happens if I approach? Oh shit. Part of me thinks I should just leave. No, I'm gonna approach. I'm too curious. You push through the crowd and there he is, still, crumpled. You arrange him a little, lie him down properly, feeling how thin his body is under his suit. You wonder how long he has been like this, a puppet for SNARP. With a connection cut, nothing remains but his body, which means that Yannick the man was gone a long time before now. You place a hand on his chest. You are sorry for him, but it is done now. And you did not kill this man. Okay. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever... I get it. I get it. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever Yannick was or had become is gone. Your anger is a hardcore in your chest, and all of it is focused on SNARP. Did it. Stop the signal. And it looks like 4 turns for the aftermath to go through. Okay. 3 roll dice. 6, 6, 4. Woo! Woo! Alright, let's get some money to then do the seed thing. Or, the seed of money for Bliss. I think there's a way to do this. I'm gonna do this because we'll get some energy and a little bit of money. Nice, full of energy. And then I'm gonna put that. Get some more money. 9 cryo, we can take it. We're blazing. A scam or an opportunity? Bliss seems solid enough, and this might be your best chance to get in on the hub's repair trade. Bliss is incredibly grateful. I'll pay back every chit, I promise you. You guess you two are partners now. Oh, we're doing things. Looks like it's gonna take 3 turns for that to go through. All right. Cool. Dope. Let me go up here. What are we gonna do with the 6? This is still going, right? Yep. Okay. And this is where we planted that seed thing to see what grows. What do we want to do with a 6 now? There is a small part of me that wants to look up where the hell Feng is. But also I feel like that's potentially taking away part of the exploration for me here. Maybe he just shows up at some point. I think all of these are on... Oh, side rail ticket. That's technically doable. But as far as, like, drives, it's, like, one of the least ones I'm interested in at the moment. And maybe it's because I started it so late, so I haven't been, like... Like, I was not touching this area forever, and the character that we met here with his daughter, I think, was interesting. But I think it's just because it's something I'd spent the least time with or on or focused on that I care about it just a little less. But we could do it. I can do it. I might as well do it. We'll get some money. Really, I've got one there on Welder's Mate. Would I want to be a welder or this? Put systems or do actual, like... This seems more manual labor. I feel like I should be picking this. I'm going to be honest. We'll get some money doing it. +2 systems tech. Got some cryo for the perk. Got that. Got 12, 17... 100 million. I mean, we can work on it while, because everything else is pretty much on like a timer. The only other thing I can think of for this Feng thing is... If there's like, but I don't think this would be... But I'm doing my due diligence. Okay. Yeah. I like to mix it up where I spend my nights. Five two two no 5211. Bads. Bands. Bands. I will drop a 5 into here. There we go, 12 cryo, and then +2 that. Reroll. 4, 5, 6. Woo! Woo! Excited about dice rolls. Okay, I think we're pretty much just waiting on timers for things. The next thing will be this. Next cycle. What if the thing is that Feng just fucked off? What if he was not to be trusted, and he was squirrely and said that he would help us, and then he just like, and this is like a, I don't want to call it like a red herring, but what if it was like, like a mislead. Like a mislead, is that a thing? What if it was like it's like there as like a decoy almost, like you can't find him and he's intentionally like being like that, you know? What if 13 cryo. We'll get some money. I think having a nice stockpile there is gonna be good for us. Because, you know, I don't know, something might show up where it's like, oh, we need a lot of money all of a sudden. Fuck it. Nice. Nice. Alright, we sleep again. Bar shift. I guess I should have done this. Technically, it gets us a little more money than what I was just doing. To 6, right? Oh, wow. No worries. Two, 2, 3, 4. That's rough. Mushroom harvesting. We can put a 4 and it automatically becomes a 6. So that's good. Pick. What did we get? 2 rent. I mean, I think we got one of these, and then did we get one of these? I think we got 1 and 1. Oh, there we go. Sometimes moving around the menus is kind of finicky. I think we just got 2 of the basic mushrooms. 2 of the basic ass mushrooms. A cryo and 3 energy. Now what to do with the 2? What are we doing with the 2? Steal the harvest is crazy. Smooth 100 money. I forget. Is Bliss gonna be available next turn? Yeah. Then I'll sleep up here. Oh! Bliss's assistant. Hey! Quiet voice greets you as you leave. Sleeper, it's me. Do I know you? Moritz. He pauses. I work for Bliss. He rubs the back of his head. You're not an easy person to find. I move around. Moritz holds up his hands. Hey, no judgment. It's cool. Both stand there for a moment, each waiting for the other to speak. What's up? Ah, yeah, well, Bliss needs you. Job just came in, a real big one. She's asking for you to come up and help her out. He nods sagely. Okay. I'll be right there. Nice, yeah. Mort stands there for a little while, unsure if the message is delivered. We are done. That's kind of cold and curt. I've got it. Cool. Looks around. Bliss just likes me to do a thorough job, you know? Rubs his hands together before burying them in his jacket pockets. See you, sleeper. Moritz ambles down the corridor, kicking out a filter cap on his way out. Time to head to Bliss's Bay, then. Ember's Wake? Is that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bliss has an idea. Full system flush with tracer fluid to reveal the leaks, which means emergency venting of all tanks. Brilliant. Dangerous. Somehow Bliss swung a tanker contract, but the catch is that the work needs to be turned around fast. Too fast, so it's just 3 turns. I see. Oh, we got this. Sealing the leaks. Sealing leaks +2. Risky, dangerous. I mean, I got this. Fucking, come on now. Random scrap item, and we got 4. You carefully trigger the emergency sequence. Tracer fluid does its job. All leaks are revealed. Now you just need to seal them. Oh, it's only done once. It's not repeatable. So I was gonna say we could just do this one more time and bam. But that's why it's +4. It's so much because you can only do it once. That's fair. Tank recladding. Typically, the way to fix this kind of leak is to painstakingly inspect and reseal the entire ship's cladding. But is there time? We're fine. Your careful and focused inspection is rewarded with the discovery of a set of leaks. You seal them up tight. Reroll. A 3 and a 1. I don't want to potentially fuck that. So I'll wait till next turn. We have the time. Energy and energy for doing that, so we got 3 energy there. Bam. For a low 1 dice. Collection 4 loop. Hey, positive outcome. Feel the stabilizer fizzing inside you, your artificial muscles cramping in sequence. There we go. Whoa. Three, 5, 3, 1, 3. Oh, not 3s. Alright, Rico's grow beds. That seed's gonna finish next cycle. Rabia's up there, but we'll do, just so that I don't, like, possibly forget, I'm gonna finish off this contract. Oh, Gimbal Lounge. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Yep. My bad. Cycle around. Your careful, focused inspection is rewarded with discovery of set of leaks. You seal them up tight. Bam, bam. As you both wait in the airlock for it to cycle back to the bay, Bliss thumps you on the arm. Nicely done, Sleeper. Cleared the contract, no problem. She stretches. Once you're back in the bay, we can check if the payment has come through and divide it up. She stretches. Feels good. The airlock clunks and the lights flicker, and the moment later you are back in the bay where Moritz is at the racks, trying to figure out where the mess of tools Bliss left in her wake should be hung. Hey, Moritz. Moritz looks over his shoulder. Sleeper? He spins a wrench in his hand. Looked like clean work out there. He nods respectfully. Oh, we're best of friends now. You look over at Bliss, who is already gliding over to her management console. She twirls a little as she crosses the cavernous bay. No one you've ever met moves as well as in Zero's G as she does. It's like she was born into it. Shit. Bliss slams a fist in the console. Shit, shit, shit! What's up? I can't even... Bliss closes her eyes. Come here. Bliss calls you over. Look at this. Just look. She spins the terminal screen and you see the details for the bay's account. You see an entry for the Ember's Wake, a repair fee paid in full the moment you finish up the job, but then directly after, the whole amount was transferred back into an unknown account. How can this happen? I can tell you how. My ex is a sneaky little conniving shit. She punches the terminal. He must have coded a backdoor into the machine before he left. She rubs her forehead. There's no way we can... She pauses, thinking. Moritz, throw me that wrench. What's that for? Moritz spins the wrench across the bay. Bliss smiles. This. Bliss brings the wrench down on the terminal hard. You flinch backwards as a hail of computer parts spill out up into the bay in a glittering arc, fragments of screen, memory, sections of the casing. When Bliss is done, she clips the wrench to her tool belt. Try backdooring your way into that, you shit. Moritz drifts back out from his hiding place amongst the racks. Bliss, he says tentatively. You want me to... He looks at the arc of fragments drifting around the bay nervously. Bliss shakes her head. No, she sighs. I've got it. You go get me a new terminal, cheapest you can find. Cobble one together from pieces at the Ord Exchange if you have to. Can I help? Bliss glides over to a panel by the wall. Don't worry. One of the first things I had installed when we spec'd out this place was a cleaning sweep. She flicks over a plastic cover on a huge red button. Watch yourself. She hammers the button and a row of lasers emitters unfold from the bay wall. They start crawling their way across the work area, frying the debris as they do it in pulses burning light. Bliss smiles. It's that or just space the whole bay every few cycles. You okay? Not really. She stares at the sweep panel. Just don't seem to be able to extricate myself from this shit. No matter how hard I try. Cleaning sweep buzzes and crackles as it works its way across the bay. That account wasn't everything. I'm not that stupid. Once Moritz gets back, I'll secure it and flush everything out. She flicks a nearby piece of debris into the path of the sweep. Clean break. Then we take another contract. That's it. She shuts off the sweep as it reaches the near end of the bay. You don't want the cryo back? Oh, I want it, but it's gone. He could have transferred it anywhere. She looks out across the hub. And even if I knew where he was, the last thing I want is to ever see him again. She rubs her forehead. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you worked for this too, but next time won't be the same. That's okay. Why would I rub it more in her face? She smiles. See you in a few cycles. Moritz will let you know. She winks and kicks off into the bay to finish cleaning up. Damn. Alright, so it's what? Gonna be 4 days? 4 cycles? I always say days, but I think it's way more right to say cycles. Because what's a day in space, you know? Reroll 3336. Okay. Let's go talk to Arabia. I'm gonna take a quick BRB before doing that. I'll be back shortly. Give me just a couple of minutes. Okay. Sorry about that. I got distracted by something, and then I thought of a joke, and I need to say my joke on my little phone. I need to type my little joke into my little phone device, or else I'm going to forget it. Okay. I'm good. Alright. Rabia, what's going on? Even before you enter the office, you can hear the sound of Rabia working the heavy bag. She is hammering it, the chain creaking as it shakes with each hit. She's been like this since... Oh, we're finally catching back up with Sabine. Sabine doesn't finish the sentence. They are sitting on a stool looking at the terminal in the corner, searching through the SNARP data you pulled all those cycles ago. How have you been? I'm well, Sleeper. Happy to no longer be hunted. They smile. Yet again, there's plenty to deal with, and without Yannick, I'm free. They glance nervously at Rabia. Rabia stops punching, and in the silence, you can hear her breathing hard. Sabine looks over at her, and you sense something between them. You realize you haven't seen them together since they tried to kill each other in the same unit. A lot has changed since then. They hooked him up like a puppet. Rabia hits the bag. Rig that thing in his head so they could control him. Push the old Yannick out. I don't know why he let them in. Rabia throws a few more punches. But it's a lesson. Don't let them in. Another flurry. Yet again, shouldn't deal with corporations. And we never will again. She spits. She comes away from the bag. At least Yannick's death has been treated as natural. There's a chance we come back from this, that yet again can hold on, but there are opportunists trying to take control. Sabine turns to you. Yes, but now the connection has been broken. I've been looking at removing the trackers from the implants and yet again's enforcers. It's a significant job, but I think with time I can do the surgeries. Rabia walks away from the bag towards the far side of the unit. The surgeries will never happen if yet again collapses. She shouts back at Sabine. Clearly this is a well-worn argument in this unit. Will yet again really collapse? I don't think so, no. Rabia doesn't either. They look over at her. At least not when she's calm. What I understand now is that yet again can be something if we want it to be. Coming here from SNR, from the core worlds, all I saw was a gang. And with Yannick keeping me on a tight leash, they shudder. Rabia believes, and I want that belief. They look unsure. I also want to be done with SNR, but I doubt they are done with me. They glance away, rubbing their shoulders. Are you and Rabia? Sabine fixed you with a look. Yes, Sleeper. Isn't that obvious? They smile. I've been wanting to say, Sabine begins nervously. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you where I came from. I know I've apologized before, but I want to again. They pause. Properly. When I leaked the data on the Sleeper program, it was to try to help people, like you. They grit their teeth. But after all the cycles here, being pushed down, pushed around, trying to survive, all that got away from me. So when you turned up, they sigh. It shook me up. They run a hand through their hair, but I ended up here, so... They look at Rabia. Oh, of course. They reach into a pocket and take out a handful of vials. These are the last of the case. You can have them. Hey! They drop them into your hands. After these last few, I don't know what we can do. With the SNARP connection broken, they look down. But I know there are other ways. Repairs, other pharmaceuticals. I even heard there are some labs out in the Greenway. Perhaps they can help? They meet your eye. I'm sorry I can't do more. Thank you for everything. They look away, their eyes bright with tears. Rabia crosses back to you both and sits beside Sabine. They look at each other, and you can't help but smile at the idea of them together. What are you two plotting? Rabia grins. Sabine laughs, and the sound is a welcome one. You watch the two of them teasing each other and smile. Cute. Later, when you leave, you take that handful of vials out of your pocket and look at them. You can still feel that core of anger, deep down inside. You don't know if it'll ever leave. But SNARP doesn't own you anymore. They can't, because this place, these people own you. They are what makes you get up every cycle. They are what keeps you breathing. You put the vials away and walk through the low end. Your senses turn to every sight, every smell, and every sound, soaking it all in, living. 3 vials. Now wait just a darn second. Did that mean... Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I can't buy vials anymore. See that shit? Oh, I mean, here's the thing. We have other ways of getting vials. We have the mushroom thing. We also have... We can repair ourselves with scrap in emergencies. But yeah, not being able to outright buy vials is a little bit of a bummer. What is... It's gonna bother me. What did this say? The grinning penguin says, take me to Tambor. Tambor. Is there... Did I, like, maybe miss a Tambor option somewhere? What's Tambor? Alright, I don't see Tambor or anything here. I'm gonna literally go through all of this. Because something doesn't feel right. I feel as if... That's just my house. There's not a Tambor thing here. These are just this. That's just going. Play the exchange, sell components. No meters or anything there. This is just fabricating, ship mined. This is Emphas. Play Tabla. It could be this. We never... I thought we were further along in the low ender thing. But we're not. I'm gonna keep looking. But that might... I mean, unless it's the bottom ship thing. But that seems to be its own thing with that guy and the girl that we found. That just seems not right either. So it might be low end. Because like I said, I thought we were further along than not even halfway through this. So this might be it. Play Tavla? Block maintenance? Keep looking. $80 cryo for 3 batches of those mushrooms. Sell ship mined. Buy ship mine core. That's just going. Checking to see if my joke landed. The answer is no. This is almost done. This is going to be next cycle. I'm kind of very curious to see what comes of that seed. The wastes. Ruined agriculture system. Alright, let's just try the low end thing. That might be it. I don't know why. I think I got distracted. We did low end thing and then it, like that Rabia kind of like quest I think started going at some point. And I think I got just all that mixed up, maybe? I don't think the thing on the left gets us any meter. Well, no, it says it has a line directly, so we could do this. But I think with a +2 on this, and I could stick a 3 and be fine. The clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse in low end, as the residents play rotating rounds as a game for cryo. You end up in a tight match with an older man and a small crowd gathers. You lose, but the pats on your shoulder suggest you gain some supporters. It's fine. There we go. A little bit of cryo and +2. Your duel with sharp-eyed teenager. Blocking each other, careful moves. You win and the crowd chatters, clearly impressed. I think that's the first time I actually won. You know what I mean? I might as well just try to fill this up here. Ha! 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 New drive discovered. What's the new drive? Build a home? We could build a 4th place? There's a derelict unit in the low end that remains unclaimed with lots of scrap and a little work. It could be yours. Yours and yours alone. Tambor. To Tambor! Oh, shit. How much scrap? This half-built unit looks long forgotten. A project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it up. I'm joking. I have so much scrap. This is good. I'm so glad I held on to scrap. I was like, this will be my, like, rainy day fund of scrap, where we can sell it or repair ourselves if needed. But look at this. You got a tidy pile of scrap in one corner of the unit. Next step is to use it to seal the unit. Seal the unit. Makeshift apartment. Okay, so it's another... Yeah, so we have to put dice rolls into it. What is this that opened up? Caster Curious Data Fence. You cross between 2 walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of Tavla, the shouts of children, the whirl of air filters. Sleeper! You turn to see a man sitting at a Tavla table alone. Look at this guy. Somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. I'll sit. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters. Or at least the filter caps the low-enders typically use in their place. Caster? He says by way of... oh, he's saying his name. Caster. He says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps, crudely sprayed white and black. Night. He nods. Black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls 6, you have 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It is unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. I'm gonna play aggressively. Mama didn't raise no bitch. After all, Sleeper's mind must be somehow different to human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you target his counters, halting his progress, but exposing your caps as you do. I don't mean to offend you, Caster meets your eye. I merely see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He stacks a wall of counters, a boundary you must break. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, Sleeper? About what you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Caster whistles. The holding game. Commendable. Can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your way in a single move. But we cannot idle too long, Sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes. But one day they'll wake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Caster's before he solidifies control of the game. So what I am curious about is how you see yourself in all this. Caster asks, what does this tangle of truths make you? Driven. Caster laughs. That much is obvious, Sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You are eager to make all this count for something. Caster looks away. Through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end here, or just endurance? You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Caster clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while now. For a while. I just added now. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster claps his hands apologetically. You play well. Really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. He has won. I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and, if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you are sure was there. Input 5 Haven Age data. I have a shit mind for you if you'll indulge my curiosity, and then yet again business. Stories about yet again are brutal, but I want the truth. A vial stabilizer should provide the motivation. 5 yet again data. I have Haven Age data. So another way of getting vials, it looks like. At Caster's table. Ha ha ha. Hun hun ha. That's actually good. That's actually good. There is a part of me that's like, okay, I should be, now that we don't have, I was thinking of vials. Since we don't have the ability to just buy vials, I should constantly be running the mushroom process here. There we go. We got one of those and then one of those. So there we go. And now can I put in 3 more spores? Yes, we can. Just keep it going because, again, we always have to wait on time. So if it's a time thing, we kind of want to just keep it going. Is my thought process. It takes 4 turns for it to go, and we might only get like basically 1 vial out of a full cycle, which isn't terrible at, you know, rate, but it means it's a lot of like spore investment, getting the thing, doing the thing, doing the thing, doing the thing, doing the thing. We just gotta stay on top of it, I think. But in a pinch, we can go get data to give to, I guess, Caster. I am curious if we can get a shit mind or a vial. I'm curious if more happens if we do that. If there's more than just those, but it might not be like a big quest or something. It might just be like, hey, you want to get some exchange data for some items, potentially. Tambor Treehouse. Tracking Haven Age, repeatable action. You've heard that yet again Enforcer based here are paying low and risen for information. So probably just money. This is Tavla Room. Tavla Room in the Tambor House is some of the best players in the low end. This series high stakes only play. Risky, +2, but you can get money, quite a bit of money. That's probably our best money making. Repeatable action, hand and gun box. Feel stupid doing this, but the penguin says, take me to Tambor, and this is the only Tambor you can find. Oh! Ah! We did it. We're so back. As you go leave the Tambor tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper! Fang hisses from behind you. How'd you find me? The penguin. Penguin? What are you? He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean? He mimes throwing gum in his mouth. That wasn't meant for you specifically, but... He cringes. Look, doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. I still don't trust Fang, really. I feel like I'm being led around, like, crazily. Fang guides you down instead of... Like, I think he has his motivations, and I think he found me, and I think he's taking advantage of me. Because he knows I might be desperate. But now that I'm kind of set up, I'm like less desperate. He has less control over me, I think, in my opinion. Now that a lot of time has passed. Fang guides you down a set of stairs to one of the tambour's lower levels. Tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. Levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvaged tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Haven Age types? They don't usually come out this far. Fang, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. He grins. Doesn't bother me, though. Shows we hit a nerve back there. Picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Why are you so calm? You know any reason I shouldn't be? He leans in, suddenly concerned, then waves the idea away. Hold that thought. Let's order first. Fang is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. A snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erlin would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Haven Age was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. He sighs. But I guess this kind run this place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. I gotta take the most interesting thing. This is just like me at a new restaurant. If I'm getting taken, I always pick just whatever the most interesting or bizarre looking item is. Sambar Eric? Question mark. Fang raises an eyebrow as she notes it. And you? She begins looking to Fang, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. Oh. You work here? Fang waves you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend there's been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. I'm gonna cough. Jenna gives you a look like hard vacuum. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Fang, and only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in. It's the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to at the Eye, or on the Eye, those are the people we have to find. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they are marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I've had no matches in this place. With the two of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hang-dog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residences as possible. And, turns out my friend Mingi needs some help with deliveries. As in Mingi Express? So you already know him. Perfect. Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of the targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Mingi, I don't know. I would assume it's Mingi. And soon enough, you'll have the place covered. Fang, don't give me that look. You think I like working here? I thought you could use the tips. He grins. We are in this together, right? Are we? I gotta push back a little. Yes, you think Hardin's happy to have you wandering around this place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you too. Fang slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Mingy Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone to extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we call this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe, Fang adds, before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. Also, the, again, assuming agent nodes are the data things in here, yeah, I'd assume this agent nodes give double data reward is looking more appealing now, because we have a place where we can take data and get ship mines if we need them, like cores, or more importantly, vials of stabilizer stuff, which is going to be the main important thing. So if we can get that double pace, basically, I think that's probably going to be the next upgrade to get, because now it actually seems worth it, because I'm worth it. So he wants me to work at that. Well, I don't have any dice at the moment, but interesting. Ooh, bad. Well, I was gonna say bad dice. It's not really bad dice. It's just not the most appealing. Fang's targets. You have to deliver noodles to half the low end before you can get a proper fix on Hardin's collaborators. $13 cryo. Okay, I'm gonna go check on the Aha. Rico has something in her hands when you enter the lab. It looks like a knotted twist of woody stems, a ring about the circumference of a human head consisting of a single stalk at one side and a branched, woven network at the other. As you approach, she holds it up, and in the lights of the lab, it looks like a crown. Rico finishes your thought. She smiles and shakes her head in disbelief. Really? You can see it as well as I. Rico looks past the twist of stems at you, and this is what it appears to be. She points to a lump on the edge of the ring. The seed grew right back into itself, twisted up out of the soil. That being you encountered in the cloud, as you call it. Was it wearing one of these? She eyes you suspiciously, still unsure if she's somehow embroiled in an overlong prank. No. She sighs. I suppose that would be too easy. She smiles to herself. A root crown. She places the object on the bench and shuffles to her analysis table, her face lit by its amber light in the dim corner of the lab. Well, it isn't exactly a plant anyway, not from what I can tell. She gives you a serious look. No leaves, no chloroplasts, just a series of filaments encased in cellulose walls. How did it grow? It seems the seed contained everything it needed. Self-contained entity, nothing less. She beckons you over. But that isn't the good part. Look at this. You see a cross-section scan of the crown. It's layers of plant-like structure on full view until you reach the center. There, instead of xylem and phloem for transporting nutrients, something branched and woven glints. Are those wires? She laughs. I'm not sure whether to say yes or no here. These are not wires like those in an electrical system. No, but they are filaments of a conductive material, so yes. She leans closer to the screen. But you see those branches? They remind me of dendrites, or of neurons. She rubs her eyes, which is frankly ridiculous. You look back at the crown on the table as Rico fuses over the scans, and you suddenly realize what it reminds you of. You remember signs of forms. You You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. Then you remember the crown they fitted you with, the branching structure of wires and pads. No, not a crown. They called it an interface. The tool of your emulation, your transference from neurons to electrons. An interface. That is your gift from Gardner. Turn back to Rico. It's an interface. Rico looks at you, puzzled. Something clicks in her mind. Perhaps something she heard from the sleeper she had helped all those cycles ago. She starts talking, partly to you, partly to herself. If the club heads were made for you, then this too could be made for you. For your frame. She shuffles over quickly to the interface, a word that is stuck to the strange branched object quickly in your mind. You are right, that entity. It is the entity I have been looking for. She shuffles quickly to the ground. They are the entity which is controlling the Greenway, which has been maintaining it, supporting it, and has been guiding it for all these decades. She stops to catch her breath. They want to talk with you. Rico leads you to a seat. I will be here, Sleeper. Something happens if you wish me to remove the crown. The interface, just squeeze. She grips your hand tightly. You meet her eye, clouded with age, but bright with the thrill of new discoveries. Then she places the interface on your head and everything blinks out. Whoa. Whoa. Back into the river, back into the dark flow, but something is different now. You are no longer pushed, no longer blocked and buffeted by the storm. Instead, it flows around you. You move and it parts, letting you pass. Something else resists, but it gives easily enough. You look back and see your body. You have left it behind. Somewhere Rico's voice is talking to you, asking you questions. It is excited, eager, desperate to know what lies on the other side, what the entity has to say to you. You realize how long she's waited for this moment, for the moment of meeting between the inhabitants of the Greenway and its protector, and yet she's still on the outside. You shake off the sadness. You'll be her eyes. Then you see the figure, Gardner, out in the storm, planting. It takes less than a moment to reach them. You have never felt so free. This is how Navigator must have felt, released from their prison. This, you think, is what it feels like to be in the place you were built to inhabit. Gardner does not turn at your approach. They go on planting, but their voice whispers in the waters like a sharply rising current. You grew the gift. Their speech hisses around you. Good. I am glad. Who are you? Gardner is a good name. You chose it well. I will grow into it. How does it feel to be free of your seed? They stooped to plant again. My seed? That in which you were contained, from which you will grow. There was some disagreement, continues Gardner, as if you were picking up on a long-held conversation, with the others. They felt you were a danger, but they are always cautious, especially the fungi. They like old loam. Known knowns. Wide and stable networks. I don't understand. Neither did they, but time is on our side. Time is an excellent method of persuasion. He gestures out into the storm. And though you cannot see them, you feel presence all around, sensing this audience with great interest. After all, they understood that it was I who made them their crowns, and without them they would not have joined the chorus. So, they see that it is only fair that you get your chance to join us, or join too. You made more crowns? I made them all. Gardner moves away a little, looking for another planting spot. It was so lonely here, but before long I found them and began to let them in. Gardner stoops again. We are millions, and we grow. I hope you understand. I am unused to speaking to your kind. It has been many cycles since my last conversation. I think it was with Chief Executive Terlick himself. Terlick? You look around, and you see it. Every growing thing, every non-human being in the Greenway is here. They are networked, connected, branched, and linked by this strange being, this artifact of the old station. The impossible dream of a senile farm administration AI, a living network. You could dissolve here, you realize, free of that decaying body. You wouldn't need to be a person. Why would you, among all these other minds? You turn away from Gardner for a moment and look back at your body. A tiny hairline thread connects it to you. You hear Rico's voice again, still asking, still checking in. Are you okay, Sleeper? What are they saying, Sleeper? Are you still there, Sleeper? Something in you sighs a long sigh. A sigh that speaks of an exhaustion beyond tiredness. An exhaustion rooted deep inside you. It stems from the effort of answering questions, of answering problems, of getting up and breathing each cycle. But something else resists the sigh. A yearning, a sense of distance, a desire to squeeze that hand that holds you to its warmth, its blood, its complexity, to make a gesture that says, I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm with you. The two ideas spin within you, making you nauseous. If you break that thread, you will be free, free to dissolve here, to grow strange and beautiful among a million others. If you follow it, if you squeeze Rico's hand, you will wake up, back in that dying body with all the pain and warmth that entails. Oh. What if I just... Oh, man. I don't know how to feel about this. I was not it. I mean... What they're describing with breaking the thread is basically like, hey, that shitty life you've got out there, you can just leave that up behind, and you just come to this, and you're great, we're fine. And we kind of leave Rico in our dust. But almost like following it back is kind of like... Is like, sure, life sucks, but is a sucky life still kind of like worth living for to try to better it? I don't know. Oh, God. Conflicting, very... Oh, this is really tough. This is a really weirdly tough choice. See, like, these two paragraphs. Something in you sighs a long sigh. A sigh that speaks of an exhaustion behind tiredness. An exhaustion rooted deep inside you. Stems from the effort of answering questions, of answering problems, of getting up and breathing each cycle. It's like, if you could just choose to just, for lack of a better term, give up and not have to deal with the daily struggles day and day and day, versus realizing here in the second paragraph, something resists that sigh. A yearning, a sense of distance, a desire to squeeze that hand that holds you for its warmth, its blood, its complexity. Oh, fuck. I don't think I can break the thread. I don't think I can do it. I'm not even talking on like a gameplay level. I'm just thinking of like on a pure, like, story-wise, like, I think I gotta follow the thread. Back in that dying body with all the pain and warmth that entails. Part of me want... Oh, man. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm locking in follow the thread. But what I want to do is, without spoiling, I just want to see... I just wanted to see if it's like, if this truly is like an ending thing, or... Also, I'm being very careful not to like spoil. I'm searching around for like non... Yeah, it's too risky to, I don't want to, like, spoil something. I'm not, by just Googling, I'm not getting, like, a, hey, is this like a point of no return, or, like, I just don't want to, like, spoil it. I think I'm locking and follow the thread. It sucks, life sucks, but I want to keep living it kind of thing. No matter how how nice the breaking thread option seems. You know what I mean? That's my thinking on this. Breaking the thread, it was presented as a really nice option. It probably is, to not have to go living a life that genuinely sucks for a lot of reasons for who we are as a character. But as it says, it's a lot of pain, but there's a lot of warmth to living as well. I'm gonna follow the thread. Your eyes track the thread across... Oh, it gives you a chance to go back. Your eyes track the thread across the whirling dark back to your body. This choice, you realize, will not be presented again. Fuck. We gotta follow it. You don't look back at Gardner. You don't dare risk it. Instead, you follow the thread delicately, carefully, like a diver following their lifeline back to the surface. Am I gonna regret this? The river whirls around you, but it doesn't pull. It isn't jealous. Neither does it understand. It is, after all, just a river. It isn't a person, a flesh and blood person with wants, with desires, with the capacity for love and hate. It doesn't understand you, and you don't understand it. So you don't focus on it. You don't think about it. On what feels like such a long journey back through the dark. You set your mind on eyes instead, on hands, things you can focus on, hold on to. And then, after an age of crossing, you are there, settling back into the chair, to a body in a chair, and with the overwhelming sensations that came with being a living thing with a rich and detailed sensorium. For a moment, you feel like you have made a terrible mistake. Who would choose this weight, this anxiety, this deep well at the center of existence? But then you realize it. Rico's hand gripped hard around yours, trembling a little, sweating a little. Rico's hand, with its brittle bones and crumpled skin. Rico's hand. And in that moment, you understand why you made this choice. And then you squeeze Rico's hand, and you wake up. Whoa. Turn away and follow the thread back home. A jump over the age game. Credits rolled? Huh? Huh? Ah. Ah. Wow. 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 We were probably presented with two different ending options then there. It just, as I was bouncing in my head, it just, to me, not going back didn't seem like the best option. What a game, though. Am I gonna be able to go back? There's still so much I want to see. I didn't think it was gonna end there. Fuck. Put me back in. There's still so many things to do. No, no, no. Please give me some way to go back. Whoa. Oh! Oh, we're so back. Okay. It's not over. Sorry, I'm messing with something on my phone now again. Okay. Sleeper? Rico's voice comes wavering through the dark. Are you still with me? You sit up, the lab a bright green glare that fades as you gather yourself. I'm here. Rico smiles. Good! She squeezes your hand. I thought you'd left me for a moment. What? She pauses. Who? She smiles. Tell me about it. Tell me everything. I tell her the truth. You tell Rico everything. You tell her about the gardener, that strange farm administrator AI that has grown to be so much more. About the chorus, that impossible configuration of network plants. And finally about the choice the gardener offered you. She listens attentively, but her responses are hard to read, and you wonder if she might have made a different decision had she been in your place. She might have. Really? Especially considering, like, all the details we got about her. I mean, about her, mostly, like, physically as well, and how she kind of... Thank you, Sleeper, for telling me. I know it isn't easy to say such things. People so often do not wish to hear strange truths. She looks away. And thank you for returning to me, though I know you had your own reasons. She squeezes your hand reassuringly. Something passes between you then, a kind of shared sadness for the impossible choice. The choice to escape your body, or to stay and suffer it. Her smile is warm and generous. And whatever the wisdom of your choice, you are glad to feel welcome in this moment, in this place. Then suddenly, she stands and walks a little way, as if trying to escape an unpleasant thought. You worry that she knows all too well what it takes to make a choice like you did. Rico sighs. So, Sleeper, do you plan to stay in the commune with us? For a while. Glad to hear it. Rico crosses back over to you, takes one of your hands in both of hers. Haifa needs new blood if it wants to survive, and... She squeezes. You are a good friend. The feeling is mutual. Well, don't let me keep you. Rico waves you away and limps back to her terminal. As she does, you notice the crown in her hand, and she places it on a bench with great care. Can't help but feel a little curious about what she intends to do with it. Oh. Then you are out, breathing the air of the Greenway, fresh as a spring morning. Dappled light makes a patchwork of the greening landscape, and you walk into it, sensing the movements of the gardener's chorus all around. And you are glad to be here, in this strange, beautiful place, a little longer. Ooh. 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 Noises I'm making. Ooh. What? Did that get us an upgrade point? Oh, I thought it was going to be an end of a thing. Oh, we have a 6, and then we can re-roll. Ooh. Got that. Reroll. Finish this here. Bam! Sleeper! You see Fang coming up the corridor as you step out of Mingy's. The kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. Comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Fang palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. Seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. Squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. What do we do? Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both them, should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripper worms in those ports, 1 each. They'll find me anything and everything stored on Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Mingy. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell, and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket, and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Slot some worms. Where are we slotting worms? Is somewhere in here? Might be over here. Where am I putting these things? Up, perhaps? Is it maybe like back here? Oh, we can't even do more deliveries? Wait. Wait. Maybe it takes like a turn. I'm willing to like sit on it for a turn if I need to. Oh, I need a bit of energy. Nice. Bit of money, energy. Hiya. What do I want to do with it too? I would assume the safest thing to do is probably work up here. I would imagine that's the case. Or just get, well, spores for like this. Yeah. If we get a negative outcome, we just lose energy, I think. Yup. Double losing of energy. The mushrooms lead you deep into the rim beyond sunlight where moist dells glitter with strange growths. You barely make it back out. Well, that was about the worst thing that could have happened using that too. My bad. Didn't think we'd hit the 25% chance, but you know. We take it. It's fine. We survive. We press on. 66645. That's a spicy roll. All right, let's see if where we can put these ripper worms is available to us now. Checking this before I leave. Huh. Checking this. Let me make sure it's not like... Oh, harden agent? I remember the guy who lived here. Oh, it might be here, now that I'm thinking about it. Harden agent, harden agent. Security protocols on this agent are serious stuff. What are Harden's collaborators up to? We might need to do this to then put in the Ripper Worm. There we go. Yeah. Is it, ooh. Harden agent port. There we go. I figured it out, don't worry. Slotting the Ripper Worm means a whole load of data on Harden's activities for Fang. Whoop. The worm begins tearing through the data cache, spinning out a thread to Fang's terminal. Remember the guy who lived here? He didn't tip. Time for him to see the consequences. Put that 5 in there. Huh. Put the second Ripper Worm in there. Worm makes a little nest among the agent's data. Enjoy your stay, little friend. I did it. As you walk into the tambour, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Keep my distance. Doesn't look good. Fang seems to be explaining something, but Jenna's having none of it. She points to the door, and Fang walks away, catching your eye as he turns. Could have done with you getting here a minute or so ago. Glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, looks like I'm fired. Good news is that it doesn't look like I need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you really are here for. Slate is a whirling mess of code streams, coming direct from the Ripper Worms as they dig through the agent's data, spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. See a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below it. Conway, Fang says. He's working with Conway. Conway? Conway Extractions. They're an automated extraction corporation. The biggest. They run drone mining, colony reclamation, massive salvage jobs. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait, what's this? A wasteland reclamation facility. Right here on the eye. He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? The waste? It's a section of the eye Erlen couldn't reclaim. It was too damaged, too cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. But that spoke's broken now, so only way is the long way. Round the rim, past the greenway. Shows you on a slate. Fang looks away, thinking. Conway have been making moves on the system since the collapse. Heard they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago. Moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. What's their angle? Hardin was to be offering them something, or has to be offering them something. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. This is a wild goose chase. Yeah, maybe it is. Fang slides Slate away. But what have we got to lose? Well, me, time, effort. Fang looks up at you. Hardin was a Solheim executive. That's not something you just walk away from. People like that don't change. You don't make your money from exploiting the most vulnerable people in the system one day and then flip to their side the next. I'm not about to drop this. He pinged these guys the moment he was found out. And they start prattling on about this Conway facility. The way I see it, Fang stares out into the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been prepping, been planning, has to be there. And we are going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell, up by the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either, but I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. Ugh. This fucking guy. He turns the Slate around to face you, showing a massive scroll in code. I've been working on a fix on my brakes. He winks. Fang grins. See you soon, Sleeper. He walks out the door of the tambour without looking back. This fucking guy. He said 5 or 6 cycles. Is that going to be over here? Service dock. Waiting for Fang. 6 cycles. This guy. Well, we've got our second point. I'm gonna get this now. Because like I said, I think this now is gonna be our big, massive key to getting vials when we need them. I'll work on the house. I've got 6s to spend. You track down a difficult leak and close it up. After working, you look over the wreck of the unit. Almost there. Oh, I'm gonna need, energy. I'm going to take... We can get a bunch of energy and some money with this. Bam! Better than putting the 6 here, because we get the same +3 energy, but also 8 money. Down to 4 dice here. One, 4, 5, 6. Because I am very curious. What's the thing for vial? Yadigan, the stories, Yadigan data. Of which we have none. Let's try to get Yadigan data. I can put a 1 in here. Some gang enforcers' implants are chirping out comm signals. Time to see what they're talking about. Extract. Perk, icebreaker, +1 data items extracted. So yeah, we got 2. And then you can just, can I just do it again? Oh, data extracted. Oh. Is it gone? I'd assume there's gotta be, oh. Does it always just disappear? What if it always just disappears? We're gonna need 5. Uh-oh. There's gotta be... They gotta pop up at some point, right? It's gotta be a thing, right? I'm gonna put a fucking gonna finish this thing. Makeshift apartment. Perfect. I forget the timer's up here, what we might be waiting on. Okay, this is gonna be the mushrooms. It's the only timer up there. And then let me check on Bliss up here. I assume we'd be fetched when this is ready. Yeah, it's gonna be available next turn. Okay, cool. Then yeah, we're free to fix this. Hoo-ah! Squatters' rights. Make it our own. Got a drive completed. Nice! Sunbathe, feed a stray. There's signs that a stray animal has been nosing around near the unit. A handful of chits for some crackers should bring it out of hiding. Hell yeah! Here we go. Neutral outcomes. Stray fed, Meister cryo. You buy the crackers from a shop unit downstairs and crumple them up into its tray. Something moves in the shadows. We get a kitty? A low-end cat? Oh, the best thing that could have happened? The stray hops up onto a work surface and looks out of the unit's small window. It doesn't acknowledge your presence, just sits there beside the tray of crumpled crackers, staring out at the low end. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another in the low end, but in this vast megastructure that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek dark fur and sharp eyes. It doesn't look ragged, and it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment which you are squatting in. Approach the stray. You lean a little forward and the stray tenses up. Perhaps best to give it a moment to get used to you. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. Triggers something in you, recognition of a life totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven. I don't know, I was trying to add another T. A double T is what I'm going to say. The stray licks crumbs from its fur. Were you born here? Start talking to the kitty. The stray lifts its head as you speak, but looks out at the glow of the low end, not at you. Cat's comfort in this place is enough to answer your question. The stray is a born resident of the eye, like all those thousands out there beyond your window. This is, after all, a place for strays, for both those who begin their journey here and those who end it. You turn your eyes to the window, the one that the stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. You feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that each of you might share something with the other, a point of connection. Then all at once, the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit and brushes along your legs. And then it is gone, out through the unit door and back into the quarters of the low end. Oh, wait, kitty, come back. Can I feed the kitty again? I will put as much money as I need to. Oh. If you buy the crackers and put them out, the stray will always come. That doesn't mean they like you, though. They are a cat after all. How many times do I have to do this? I will do this. Oh no, am I just throwing away money? Can you only do it once a day? Should I not be doing this? Good shit there. Well, I'll end my cycle then. A 5524. No, it might just be once a day. Whoa! Sleeper! Mort's waiting for you on your way out. How have you been? Surviving. Mort's nods. That's the struggle. He glances around. It's not the cat. That's upsetting. He runs his hand through his hair. I've been meaning to ask you, Sleeper. What's it like? He pauses, suddenly unsure. I mean, you know, what does it feel like? To be a sleeper? Yeah. He shrugs, if you don't mind. Strange. Yeah, I know. I can't understand it, you know, with your frame and well, everything else. But I want to say I have a lot of sympathy for it, like having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. He looks down. A lot of people around here understand that. Moritz looks away and you notice him for the first time, not just as Bliss's assistant, but as someone with their own worries, their own struggles, their own life. You feel bad for not noticing earlier. Moritz looks back at you. Anyway, got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We scored another contract and she needs your help. That's the message. He pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. It's no problem. Okay then. He pauses again. She's doing her best, you know? I know. He nods. See you up there. Moritz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss, and maybe this time, you think to yourself, it'll work out. Nothing happened by feeding the kitty again? Maybe I need to stop trying. Damn. Stop trying to make it work. There was a timer up here, right? Is that the mushrooms? Yeah. That's working up there. Bam. 2 random rare mushrooms. Nice. I'm gonna go up. I'll go help with contract because it might be on another timer thing, you know? I was being blocked, I couldn't see it. Sycamore seed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? What? Whoa, do you see the things on the left? Whoa. Critical action and a repeatable action. Perk predictive reasoning. So saving the crop gets full by 5. Fragile biome gets, looks like 1,000,000 pluses. And then the repeatable action is there on the right. So kind of a bit like the last one, I think. Saving the crop. Fragile biome. Oh, I see. Wait. Vent a section and you have a better chance of saving the remaining crops, but you'll lose some in the process. The question is how many? Wait, is it worth to... Five? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many sections are in there? I think it's still worth it to do this, though. Positive outcome. That much fragile biome. And then we saved it a good chunk, though. Okay. So it's not on a timer, though. It's just, are you going to fuck it up? Do you see what I mean? So 2 saving. With Bliss at your side, you work neatly. It is impossible to cause no damage, but you limit it as best you can. And then this one, there are no more sections to sacrifice. Well, not unless you want to lose the entire crop. Okay, so I think we're going to be fine there, though. We'll put more better, you know, higher dice here on this side, and then we get it done. I'm gonna try to get some more data. Okay, yet again, agent popped back up. A 1 and a 3? Nope. 1 and a 3? Oh. Shouldn't there be 2 dice since my intuit or oh, is interface only? Wait. Oh, I guess maybe it would be... I would get a third option of dice if I have +2. I thought I was at +2, but it's Intuit, not interface. Interface is the one. Okay. I don't think I need hard to kill, really. So we're gonna be holding for 2 points on one of the holding for 2 more points. If that makes sense. I don't want to stick. Rico chats to you about recent events while she prepares a stabilizer. You always enjoy these visits. There we go. We have 5 files. We are doing pretty damn good now. Tambor Treehouse. Not treehouse, tea house. Sunbathing time. +2 energy for neutral. We take that. I guess I could have re-rolled it for maybe a better number and done something, but it's whatever. Just keep putting it in. The stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes they'll let you stroke them, sometimes not. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Fuck it. It's only 3. So it's not a lot. I'll do it once a day, so that we're not like losing a shit ton of money. What did it say? Did it change its message? I'll do it one more time. I want to see. Alright, our dice are 3, 6, 5, 5. 5s are basically 6s for us at this point. Let's go try to see if we can finish this. Brink, brink. No, he's... this would be the... We want the good mushrooms. Yes. Yes. Got some money. Extract. So yeah, we basically are at the point where it's like we can't buy vials, but we can get mushrooms quite nicely to then turn 2 of the rarest ones into a vial or selling of the data. I think we're still comfortable. Yeah, it sucks. One of our options of buying vials isn't there, but I think the other 2 supplemented just well enough. Three, 4, 6, 2. Feed cat. Is this timer? No, still got a bit to go. I had a bad thought of like, oh, what if something bad happens to Rico and then I can't get vials like this? That'd be upsetting, wouldn't it? We got 2 of those. It almost is, because the timer on these is so much that you almost immediately want to, like, once you've harvested all you can, immediately get it back on. You know what I mean? like I'm doing here. Because you immediately want to take the spores and just boop, 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 boop. Because it takes 4 cycles to basically back to growth. Good. Alright. A 3 that I've already re-rolled, so it's just gonna be what it is. Forgot that I needed food this turn. That's fine though. Okay, I want to do this thing to see. I'm curious if something... The stories about yet again are brutal, but I want the truth. A vile stabilizer should provide the motivation. I don't think something else will happen by doing this. That's enough for now, Sleeper. I have other things to attend to. Okay, so he gave me... Maybe we work on this other one? Because now that's blocked off. I don't know if it'll come back next cycle. Curious. Okay, I gotta buy food because for the first time in forever, I've just gotta straight up buy food because I don't have dice to spend on a thing. But we have plenty of money now at this point. Check in with not Memphis, Emphis. There you go. 3 energy, minus 12 cryo. Mouth stings as her sensorium sends warning signals over and over. This is the good stuff. We'll also use one of the vials we got here. Huh. 22536. Is Fang still one more turn? Believe so. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Fang. You potential piece of shit. Let's finish this bliss thing. Contract. I don't even want to risk it. There we go. You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as if carried by a lazy wind. Clean work. Bliss bows a little. Bows a little. Well, thank you, Sleeper. You didn't do so bad yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we were getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sound out, and then the door hisses open. The moment it does, you know something has once again gone wrong. What's all this? Bliss asks confused-looking Moritz. Beside him are a set of crates anchored to the bay floor. He's clearly just brought them in through the bay's freight lock. Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering. It's payment. He runs a hand along the crate. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss's face, adds, They were very thankful. I bet they were. She clenches her fist. What the hell is inside? Moritz leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As he does, Bliss turns to you. Don't say it. Bliss stares into space. Don't you dare say it. Stay silent. Don't. She gives you a hard look. This isn't my fault. Moritz finally gets the catches free, and the lids float off, drifting up into the bay. As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out and catches it as it passes him. Is that a mushroom? Bliss finishes. A damn mushroom. They paid us in mushrooms? Not just mushrooms. He holds out a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce. Bliss starts laughing. Goddamn Haifa commune. Should have known they didn't have a chit to rub between them. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay. Stop, Bliss. Moritz grabs her hand. These are good, fresh. We can sell them. To who, Moritz? Are we running a grocer's now? We need cryo, otherwise this whole bay will be shut down. Can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She waggles them in Mort's face. Moritz is right. Bliss raised an eyebrow. Fine. Maybe Moritz is right. But what do we do between now and market day? She rubs her forehead. What a joke this place is turning out to be. Moritz closes up the crates and starts moving them. It isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for backup. I'm pro Moritz at this point. They'll sell well. Bliss sighs. Looks like I went into business with a couple of wannabe farmers. She laughs. Prove me wrong then. Show me this is a windfall. She kicks away towards the new patched-together terminal. Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Damn. Moritz mouths a thank you and goes back to moving the crates. You'd better be on your way too. Is this on a 4 turn? Okay. Putting in a 6. I'm re-rolling 552. What is the other one? Oh, that's not what I meant to click. I'm curious. Maybe we do both of these and then shit mine free if you indulge my curiosity. Haven Age data. Could potentially. We already have one, so we really just need to get past the check twice. You know? Extract! Thought I clicked that already. Is it save an age as well? No. It doesn't have a thing next to it. Guess we won't. So what do I want to do with 2 5s then? Make some money? I can make 80 cryo for this. Which is fine because we have a lot of these now. Paz hands you the chits, cheerful as always, and you wonder what kind of margin she's making on the deal. I'll fucking... We've made a nice little living for ourselves at this point. You know what I mean? The other thing I was going to use the 5 on was going to be... I'm trying to find it, though. Is it this? It might be this. Yeah, we haven't tried this. The Tavla room. We had 24 with the best outcome. Tavla room in the Tambor house. Some of the best players in low end. This tier is high stakes only. Whoa. 24. You hit a stride of good games, amassing a solid stack of chits. In your final game of decisive defeat, the other player applauds. Yeah, I'm good like that. Although money seems less important at the moment. Really, we need like mushrooms and data. Because there's now, because the biggest thing money got us before was vials and access to vials, but now we need that less. So now it's like Technically, you'd still buy energy with food, though. I mean, with money. So. Once shift is done, you close your eyes and you see the webs of systems running inside the sidereal horizon. You are a natural at this work. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. End cycle. Okay. 6, 1, 5, 2, 3. 3. All right, Fang. No more. No more goose chases. When you enter the service dock, Fang is already set up, crouched among stacks of equipment. He's leaning over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone in Haven Age is set against me. A couple of my old systems valves managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. The mess is here. Fang laughs. Don't question the process, Sleeper. Any updates? Fang beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the waste on his terminal with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Fang shakes his head. There's hundreds of Conway machines out here, all lined up in concealed hangars, and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out here. Why? They're planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Fang looks worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Haven Age knows another corporation setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's cloud of networks, and the greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. We can't hack them? We can't from here. Turns and winks. That's why I'm gonna pay them a visit. How? You forget. Haven Age come in and out of their alt cycle. Should be able to get in, as long as no one I know sees me. He grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility, buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they're tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. We run it just like we did with the agents. Hack the nodes I pinged to locate the ports for the security system, then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access and slot the first worm. It'll fry their perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank, you need to break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. If I don't? Fang gives you a hard look. You miss a system, you wait too long, they're gonna find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm gonna let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. It sounds risky. Risky? This is audacious at least. He grins. Wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't. Fang gets up. It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations and slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. Getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing. No matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or we run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. What? You take whatever I've managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals, hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam up whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Haven Age, Yadigan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't snaking away this time. He grins. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first worm, I'll make my move. Gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. Well. Well. Slotting the first worm will allow Fang access in the facility. You'll need to be ready to give this all your attention. I mean, we've got 6 dice. If it's a dice thing, we've got plenty of money, we've got plenty of vials if we need to do it. Like, I feel like I'm prepped to do this. We got shit. We can do this. 1 second. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Fuck it. Slot him in, baby! The worm tunnels in and starts looping data through the node. The Conway facility opens up to you. Godspeed, Fang. Oh, as you slot the worm, a thread jumps out of the facility. It unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in water. Sleeper, Fang's voice crackles through. Moving in. Nodes, then ports. A whirl of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. The thread dissipates. You're on your own now. You're on your own now. Assume it's here. 3 and a 2? I got a 2, don't worry about it. This node is linked to the outer security layer. Fang must be struggling to get through. So I think we essentially were like step by step. So this is why you would want to make sure you have like 6 dice, because you're going to need a bunch of different numbers. The first layer of security, a ring of doors around the central facility. Time to open them up. Whoop. The Ripperworm, layer 5, Fang's progress. Okay. The Ripperworm creates its feedback loop, overloading the security system. Okay. Can I see, like, Fang's... Where's Fang's... Is it here? Conway extraction, Fang's progress. Okay, so 3 steps for the Fang's progress. Conway extraction, that is the 6 turns we see that we would lose. Timer on the terminal shows how many cycles you have left to get the data you need. Come on, Fang. We might be able to get this in, like, 2 turns max. What's the difference between these? Both the S-layer nodes need to be extracted before the port will be open. Is there time? A 4 and a 2. So I'd assume that's both of these. S1 and S2. The inner S-layer security is more complex. 1 access point won't be enough to locate the port. A 5 and a 3. 4, 5. We're working. Extract. Four and 2. Do I care to re-roll my dice to try to... I think so. Fuck it. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to hope that we get slightly better rolls there. Fang, you're gonna have to wait this turn. That's funny. Very funny. Okay, we're fine. No panic. No panic on my end, I'm gonna say. I'm going to get some spores. I'm going to go work at Mingy. For energy and a little bit of money. Money. Why did I say it like that? A little bit of money. And then this is on the timer, right? Yeah. Yeah. Gonna go feed my cat. And then I have another 6. Could throw it in this. Or I could try is a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3 and a 5. That's awkward. There we go. Take that. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gathers outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers. You're either called for a shift or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with supervisor or you're praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Yet you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for the number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey, sleeper, wait up! Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd. You turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Lem, good to see you, friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team, good for you. He tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as he does. Shh, baby, give me a second here. He smiles weakly at you as he comforts her, and her cries start to fade. It's tough. Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side, shiny streaks down both her cheeks. As he does, you see he's clutching an assignment number on a crumpled piece of paper. Is Mina okay? She's good. We just had to rush up here. He puts his hand on her shoulder and she clings to his side. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. He stretches. I don't know who. A noise sounds from the entrance, a klaxon, followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on the display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade into the entry checkpoint. Lem stops and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down at the crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit, Mina! He starts patting the pockets on his gear and glancing around. Go, I'll watch her. He blinks a little, staring. Thank you, He crouches to Mina. You're gonna stay with my friend here, okay? They're going to keep you safe, and he stands back up. Here, take her bag. He shoves it into your hands. She's got food, Shit, I have to go. He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon, okay? Be good. Then Lem disappears in the roiling crowd, who are now trying to get into the shipyard before it locks down. Look at her. Mina stands staring suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed look you can't quite read. Hey, Mina. She holds the stare, unmoving. The 2 parallel tear tracks still glint on her cheeks. Look in the bag. You unlatch the top of the bag and see a few metal containers fashioned from scrap components. Battered slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning, and tucked beside it is a ragged rabbit, hand-sewn. Take the rabbit. You pull the rabbit out of the bag, its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump and grab it, but holds herself back. She stands and hugs herself, eyes on the rabbit. What's her name? Mina turns away and looks at the entrance to the shipyard. This isn't going well. Give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out and Mina snatches it from your hand. She hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun Bun, she says, staring you down, ferocious despite her size. Hi, Bun Bun. You move a little closer as you speak, closing the gap. He doesn't speak. Oh, but got my ass, she says. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She waggles Bun Bun in front of you, and then walks him up your arm and onto your shoulder where he sits. She pokes your arm a couple times. Are you really a robot? I am. So cool. Mina has more questions. Lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe or if you rust. But before long, you're talking about rabbits and what Esther, I always say that because I want to say Esther, the lady who usually takes her smell, and what Esther, the lady who usually takes her, smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the ice heating pipes. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor of the walkway as others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun the rabbit. And this is how Lem finds you, just as both of you are starting to yawn. He's dirty and tired, but Mina leaps up his legs and into his arms as he stumbles backwards. You two got on okay? He asks, trying to keep Mina from climbing onto his shoulders. More than okay. Mina shoots you a smile from Lem's arms, her suspicion gone. Well, 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 looks like Meanie can be nice. He pokes her in the ribs, and she squeals in delight. Thank you, friend. I mean it. He gives you a warm, wide smile. I owe you. Look, he glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is going to be out for a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in the low end. He grins sheepishly. If you have time. But now I have to take this one to eat. He plays at biting Mina, and she giggles in response. See you, sleeper. He waves, and they stumble off down the corridor, drawing gazes from passing spaces as Mina's laughter echoes down the corridor in bright squeals. Oh, how could I not help them? How could I not? Side reel horizon. The vast colony ship is coming together block by block. Each cycle, you see another piece slot in place. Oh, does it go automatically? It might go automatically. That might work automatically, because this just seems like money thing only. Well, I don't know. Maybe that also works. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to get... Dum doo 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 dum. 15361. Okay, so the most pressing thing is going to be helping with Fang. Lem and Mina's unit. Here we go. Babysit Mina. Lem can't work shifts in the shipyard unless someone watches Mina. You two seem to get along last time, and Lem is desperate to get out. Okay. Yeah, our first I want to take dice up to, for the Fang thing. That's going to be on the timer. We got this. Okay, before... it's going to be more up, right? I don't know why it does this. There we go. Okay, before... What is it? 4 and 2? Oh, I don't have a 4... Do I re-roll and just hope? Oh, shit. But I have to re-roll with those 5s and 6s. I didn't get a 4 or 2 again. Oh! I got boned for a full turn. Fang, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. That's not good either. Not ideal. Hmm. I'm curious. I want to see if this boosts the... Okay, it does. We get money. I got more cryo for that. And yeah. But it might be each cycle you see another piece slot in place. I don't know if that's just flavor text or we can actually work. We only exclusively work that. But I guess next turn we'll be able to see if it goes up by one if I remember to check. Tough. We'll see. Babysit Mina. Lem can't work shifts. You two seem to get along last time. Stick a 6 in there. By the end of the day, Mina... Oh, we got 2 energy, too. Mina curls up in your lap as you read her story. She's asleep when Lem gets back and you two eat together. Cute. Okay, I'm going to take another BRB. Let me go to this. I'll be back shortly. I might also want to try to fix something, so it's going to... You'll see. I'll be back shortly. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Water noise. I meant to do... Oh, that's why, because it's in the background. Is there a way to... I mean, there probably is a way to divorce the sound in the video feed. Let me see. Properties, maybe? I'll just do that. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Give me a couple minutes. Alright, I am back. Okay. We might actually, I'm having to check with someone, but I might only be playing a little bit more. Well, I don't know. We'll see what they say. I won't jump to any. Because basically we playing this for 3 hours. So then I'm like, okay, I could either end stream. I need to eat, though, is the other thing. So probably wouldn't want to keep playing this. I would either, most likely, either eat and then come back and jump into, like, what's it called? Axiom Verge 2, or just end stream. And then we do, like, a bigger stream tomorrow since I'm off on Monday. And nothing else is, like, happening on Labor Day. Labor Day! Alright, what do I do with 1s and 3s? And that I already re-rolled and can't do anything with. Get this, of course. Ooh. Data extracted. I have a shit mind for you if indulge my curiosity. Okay, let's do it. And the other thing that didn't pop up, so 1 ship mind core, data gone. Are they just not going to come up then? Action unavailable. I thought maybe a story thing would happen, or you'd have to talk to me, or maybe you can only do them once and then that's it. Not infinitely recurring or available. Well, I've got 1s. What do I want to do with 1s? 1s. Those are growing. I feel bad for Fang. I'm already nervous, and it's only gonna be, this is gonna be on cycle 2. Like, I'm like, I can't open it. You need very specific dice roll. The thing is, I don't want to, can't really waste. I mean, the 1s I don't want to do on any risky situation. So it's just, I'm looking for the best, like, safe option. Which is probably always like, that gets us energy. So like the safest option for 1s is probably going to be just working for a little bit of money, where they don't mind if you kind of suck. You know? They're nice that way. Neutral outcomes are the best we can get. Alright, inject stabilizer. I don't think, I mean, part of me is like, inject stabilizer so we have 6 dice just in case for Fang. But I think we'd be fine. If we can't get anything, then when we have to hit the panic button next cycle, then I will. But I don't want to pull like a hasty move. No hasty moves allowed. Okay, let's go. We need 4 or 2. We didn't get 4 or 2 again. That is fucking insane. I gotta re-roll. There we go. And just barely. And we re-rolled and got a, I mean, once we use a 4, we'll only have a 3-1-1. Like, we're left with shit dice after. God, Fang. You piece of shit. It's costing me to help him here. Alright, slot another Ripworm. The second layer controls the Conway drone's tasked with patrolling the hangars. Put it in. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Ripworm Fries the drone's network link. Now they can't report anything. 3 bits now. It looks like. 5 and a 3. Okay. 6 and 4. 6 and 5. So high dice now. You can get this one with the 3. How many nodes are on this layer? You've never seen such tight security before. Slot it in, extract. Alright, we'll have to come back next time. Fang, you son of a bitch. Okay. And with a couple ones, I think the only thing I can really do, again, is work. Because I don't want to waste trying to get those yields there. Okay. This is not me panicking. I'm gonna be a little like, hey, we're gonna make sure we have the dice we need. I'm gonna use this for a 6 dice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Two, 3, 3, 2, 1. Are you fucking kidding me with these dice rolls? Oh. Sleeper. Mort's is leaning against the corridor wall. It's time. He looks away. Big job just came in. Grand finale. You up for it? I'm ready. All right then. We're in business. Pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. He looks down. If it doesn't. Bliss okay? He frowns. I don't think so, but she isn't hiding that from anyone. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs a hand through his hair. Sorry, didn't mean to be. He smiles. Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. And I would hate not to pay back my debts. Morris stretches. I've got to get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. Should I check it out first? Let me just check it out. See what the job is. If it's on a timer, then I need to know, you know, kind of thing. Wait, let's see. What does it say? Starward vector. So repeatable action, 2 repeatable actions. A safe option and a danger option. Rigged and ready, minus rigged and readies. Solar window. Selected launch window for the Starward Vector's maiden voyage is closing. This is going to be a tight one. Oh, only 6 turns? Oh shit, having this and the Fang thing at the same time is screwing me up. We're so fucked. Alright. No, we're not fucked. We are not fucked. I'm gonna re-roll the dice. Wait, before I re-roll the dice, I want to make sure. I know the other ones needed 5s and 6s, but I don't remember if one of the options was a lower dice, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I needed like 5s and 6s though. Fang, I swear to God. A 6 and a 4. Oh my God. 6, 4. 6, 4, 6, 5. Yeah, we just got to reroll. All right, we got a 5. Poof. This node is buried deep in the waste. This has to be the final security layer. Hold on, Fang. All right, so we can't get this one. This needs a 6 or 4. It's gonna. Oh my God, it's making me really hella nervous. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's honestly, It's fine. It's honestly fine. Now, here's the problem. And I can see that's not the right thing. Here's the problem. The safe option, right, that we see as the safe option, gives us 3 on a, seems on a positive outcome. But the problem is, it's safe, but if you get the negative outcome, it looks as if you reset your progress. Or not reset, but you lose a bunch of progress. So, it's the safe option. But it could potentially... And it needs a lot filled in. That's a lot. And ones are not getting it done. Ones are not getting it done. What a time. What a timing. I'm gonna try it on here first. Okay. You struggle to focus. The bright solar sail, blinding and vast. You can't do this. No one can do this. Well. Oh, we lost some condition because we were starving and then lost. You see what happened there? I want to see this shit. That kind of fucked up. I'm just gonna use these ones to get back some energy here. Neutral comes nice. Lots going on. It's a lot going on, and I'm looking at fucking Lem and all them, and I'm like, I gotta fucking help them too. I want to help. Trust me. I've not forgotten about you. It is safe though. Neutral. Plus energy and a ticket out. Plus, Mina leads you on a winding tour of the block, chatting to the neighbors and collecting snacks. For a while, you forget about everything else. Cute. Okay. Alright. Feed the cat. Alright, we're gonna get good rolls here. Yeah? 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 6. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're back. Now we're back. Now we're back. Couldn't be any better. Fang, I got you. Okay? Whoops. Fang, I got you. Okay? Okay. Nervous, but in line. Okay, can't stick a... So it needs 6 or 4. Okay, so we have to burn a 6. It's fine. 3 nodes to locate the final port, then Fang will be in. Not much time left. Okay, don't make me nervous, game. What is this one? Alright, slot ripper. In the final layer, controls surveillance. With this down, Fang should be able to control the facility's cameras. Ripworm chews through camera controls. The moment it does, a thread shoots from the facility. A thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. Final layer of security broken. Somewhere, buried in the depths of the station, Fang is in control. He's slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene. 2 figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. Pacing figure resolves into Harden, James Harden. The unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. I'm surprised I haven't, like, out loud said James Harden yet in this playthrough. Second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They're vague, unformed. Problem with the data, perhaps? You look closer. Then you see it. The figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. Proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection. Someone elsewhere in the system puppeteering it with their own body, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward, there's no doubt, Harden is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that, I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Hardin waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data value was lost. Our board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. Proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of A1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches Proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye. And the people of this station, refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erlin's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They will be lucky if it still spins in 100 cycles. Hardin stands. You will move forward with this reclamation, because otherwise you will lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment, comes the response from the proxy, and its head drops to its chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Hardin as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that, in the mind of a man who would burn all these around him for a path to some imagined golden end? Proxy lifts its head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim A1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Havenage is to assist with the transport of the legal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. Proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process, after losses have been accounted for. Hardin nods. I accept. Proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There's a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures, crushed, and lost as accounted for in the cells of tables, the margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on the station in the eyes of the people in that room, and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an experience, an acceptable loss. In one moment they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. This is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not while the eye spins. You gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift down to the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Fang prepared. And then you watch as it bursts out, a web of threads, heading out into the eye, or into the black to every network device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Nice. Well, is it raining outside? Do I hear rain? I do. Okay. He does hear. Alright, at least the lem thing, it doesn't seem to be is on a timer, so I'm fine with that. Oh, I meant to check if that other thing moves on its own. All the way. Oh, Fang's back. Oh, Fang, yeah. No, it does not. So we just have to slowly work away on that. Okay, this is on the timer now, the Fang thing. 2 turns, 2 cycles. Got it. Alright, so now we literally, I think, just need to go work up here. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. So good dice can be on here. It looks weird because you would be like, oh, good dice use on the riskier thing. But again, good dice here. So we get the +3. You delicately spin the spur, unwinding the sailcloth without it tearing. Bliss thumps you on the arm. She's impressed. Now you would think like, oh, 3? But we don't want that. We don't want to give any negative percentage chance. Because resetting it by 2, or going down by 2, losing that is way too rough of an outcome. I think it's here. If we lose energy, we take it. Positive. You enter a flow state of scanning and fixing, and Bliss does the same. You can both do this. You know it. Like, we just go. There we go. Got another positive. Do I want to re-roll a 3? What if I re-roll and get worse? I'm going to re-roll. Okay. Well, that's about what I expected. Well, I mean, it's the same odds, right, for everything. Neutral. So we lost in energy. Rigged and ready. Progress is hard earned and slow. By the end, you're exhausted, but you are getting there piece by piece. So for a neutral outcome on that, you just get 1 and then you lose 1 energy, which kind of sucks. But I want to keep a 5 dice thing. So I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to self-repair with one of these scraps I have, because that'll allow us 1 extra turn to get 5 dice. Working on your own body is an unsettling but necessary act. You can feel the new components under your skin. And then I'm going to buy a spacer meal. Gimel sells itself on a spinning sphere, which claims to produce therapeutic gravitational effects. It doesn't, but they sell food. 14. 3 energy. That's pretty good. Oh, it's raining harder now all of a sudden. I think it's been picking up. Alright, end cycle. Whoa. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 4, 3. Ugh. Ugh. I'll take this. Wait, do I have... I have 2 points. Yeah, only hard to kill. Okay, well, I don't want that. No, thank you. I'll take off the 4, put it in here. Ah, 5 cryo for the thing. And we got the 3. That's good. I'm re-rolling. Oh, you hate that. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Okay, well. I mean, we have to. I have to chance it. There we go. That's really good. Getting the 25% on the 2 is just, I mean, we gotta, we lost an energy. Yep. About what I expected. About what I expected there. Let's try not to have, like, bad dice rolls next turn. Please. Wait, I can definitely... Even on a bad outcome, I think we're fine. Neutral outcome, got an energy, and got a ticket out there. Cute, good, we take it. I'm fine with running this again like this. Ooh, negative, it's just that. Mina is crying when Len leaves and refuses to talk to you. The hours crawl by it and you're desperate to get out when Len finally returns. Okay, so negative outcome means we just got that and we didn't get any of the energy, so that kind of sucks. Would have loved another turn of that energy, but it's fine. It's fucking fine. I'm gonna use another scrap component to just get keep another turn of the 5 dice. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Good dice, good dice. 5s and 6s, 5s and 6s, baby. What the hell? Ah! Isn't it in like Yahtzee where you roll and then you claim whatever dice you want to hold and then re-roll the rest? It's kind of what you're playing now at this point with this perk of re-rolling. Alright, with the 6, we can definitely stick that in here. It's gonna get close. Whoop. There we go, and we got 5 bonus cryos. Nice, I can feed my cat. Reroll. There we go, 4s and 5s and a 1. That's good. That's good. We love that. We're great. We're golden. We should be good. Bam. Bam. Ooh. Ooh. That noise. There you go. You run the system's diagnostics. Each time shifting a spur a little more. This is working, but you have to be careful. It's done. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. She punched you on the arm. Never thought you were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. Whoop! He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss, shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean? Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she's genuinely nervous. Don't worry. I'll stop worrying when the chits are in my hands, and I'm giving them to a gimbal bartender. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment you see the accounts. And there it is. Almost 1,000 cryos sat in the bay's transfer account. Well? Bliss calls. Have we been screwed again? We did it. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. Sight is something, glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit. Eventually, she laughs. Here. She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push. But now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you. She punched you on the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came here looking to rob the place. Gave him a job instead. She laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. Just thought it might help you understand the kid. Oh, interesting. Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change subject. What now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. Going to look for some component contracts, sell stuff that'll keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine. But there'll always be work here for you if you need it. I appreciate it. She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. Steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You turn to leave. And Sleeper? Yes? She smiles. Don't spend that all at once. Oh, we got 300. Look at that. Ka-chunk. Bliss's Bay. One last job. One last job. Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? Huh. And then we can work. Interesting. Alright, what do we want to do with a 1? Probably try to get energy. We definitely need energy. Put that in there. Push to energy, nice. Oh yeah, we got our 3rd point. Nice. Okay. So, not self-repair. Engineer, interface, or engage. I'm gonna engineer. Fuck it. Bam. Whoopee. I'll just take some extra energy. Wait, it says all cycles need to end. Rest and prefer. Wait, complete active scenes. What do you mean active scene? Oh, is there something still going on? Oh, is fucking what's his face available? Oh, I didn't know. That's the first time I've seen the game like. Oh, there we go. Now it's thundering and shit. That's the first time I've seen this game go like, hey, there's a thing going on that you need to go. Where is it though? Is it Fang? It might be Fang. Oh, Fang's down here. Ah. Man, it is storming. Also, I need to eat. I'm hungry. I'm trying to think if I even want to do the Fang. Do the Fang. I'm gonna do this. Fang grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meeting. Haven Age have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Fang is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation the station has seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. Shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And, he smiles, gotta watch through the cameras as the Haven Age security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Fang smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. What are they going to do with him? I'm not sure anyone knows, but he's cooperating in dismantling his operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, or hand him over to some core authority. Fang shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. Shakes his head. Seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. People upstairs weren't so happy, though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Is it true? Fang looks at you directly. Not if we don't want it to be. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old. It was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erlin and Haven Age installed keep it spinning from the rim. This isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no. He smiles. And me? A ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems, their ability to shape the world around them. Fang squeezed your shoulder. But as far as I'm concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Anyway, Fang raps on the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come down here for a lecture. My tracker? I haven't forgotten. He produces thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in the time since I got back, I added something extra. A tracker of yours doesn't just show SNARP where you are, it transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it, it'll edit that data to tell SNARP your body's irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve. He grins wildly. Pretty smart, right? That's, thank you. I'm not gonna say that's perfect. Just slot it already. You take the drive and hold it in your hand, then you close your eyes and open up your access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. I would not be so quick to just trust him like that and stick a thing in me. But what do I know? The moment they're gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asked Fang a little nervously. The same? Give it time. He pats you on the shoulder and looks at his terminal screen. The logs tell me it worked, so feel it or not, you are free. Fang lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for celebration. Fang wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. He laughs, and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub, and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can, or even should, last forever, or that it'll never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and is one that you know, deeply and truly, is worth protecting. Nice. Lem and the side reel ticket. And then that fucking thing for that one more job thing is, I think, the only things that are left here. At least currently. Like, we've kind of, like, did a lot of work. You know what I mean? We kind of did the fucking things. Sure, you can maybe, if you listen carefully, hear the rain in the background. Get your mushrooms here. Oh, we didn't get bogus. There we go. Got one of the ones for a vial. I assume the next thing I want. I mean, how many turns is it to this popping up? Quite a bit. 5 more. I'd assume the next thing we want to do then is help Lem, because they're perfect. Babysit Mina. 2 energies, and take it out. By the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap as you read her story. She's asleep when Lem gets back, and you two eat together. She's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You are perched at a thin bar in the main room, slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only world Mina's known, with stick figure standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asked Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Girol from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly, clearly he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. Amazing! Lem holds up his drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Lem shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? Haven't seen much of her these past cycles. Doing great. Of course she is. He playfully squeezes your shoulder. She talks about you a lot, you know. Draws you. Glad she has a friend that isn't me. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. You okay? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off of a refugee shuttle out by one of Ember's moons. Colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapse, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone's spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapon locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let her go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. Takes a drink. Still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand? We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. Once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me? I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? The sidereal will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? She'll manage. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes away down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now. Both of us in with a chance. Together. That's right. We hold on together. Imagine, all three of us riding the sidereal horizon out of here. To a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. See you around. All right, then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. You pat your shoulder, and you slip out into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Nice. Good robot. Help a friend and have fun with Bun Bun. Oh, we got that one done. Look at this. We are... There's like... Oh, I don't know if anything else is popping up. We have fucking done work. And now I won't feel guilty by doing this if I just take the potential ticket out of here without helping Lem get his chance at it, you know? What are we doing with a 2, though? What am I doing with a 2? We have 2 upgrade points, so another upgrade point we could get either the +2 on engage or interface. Probably would want to do engage, if I'm being honest. Negative outcome +6. Great. Alright, let's take a sleep. A sleep. Why did I call it that? Let's take a sleep, eh? Six, 4, 4, 3. Well, I mean... This is still going. I mean, the only thing we really challenge-wise for us is then filling up that big meter, I think. I also need to, like I said, have said like a million times in the last 10 minutes, I need to go eat, so I'm probably going to call it a stream here. We won't go into the night. Tomorrow, though, hopefully I would start just early tomorrow. Maybe as early as, like, late morning. We'll start with probably Axiom Verge and hopefully finish Axiom Verge, and then depending on how much time we have left or whatever, however long that takes, then we play more of this or something, and then that means we'd finish Axiom Verge, and I don't know if more things are going to pop up, because this list is looking like there's not a ton left, and we haven't seen more things really pop up. So it makes me feel like the task, and we've already technically rolled credits once. So that makes me think that maybe we've kind of, I mean, there's the the seemingly what the DLC branch that we can do up there, and I want to do those for sure. But that seems like it even says that it's like post game stuff or whatever, or late game. And since we rolled credits, that seems then it would be a good chance to do that. But then try these still. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how we're gonna go with this. So let's start. Whoop. Got 15. Neutral outcome. Money, and then just 1 in there. Bummer. I want to fill it up faster. Yeah, 15 cryo and 2. This is how we do this. Oh, negative. Oh, I lost condition, but got 15 cryo. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want to repeat that anymore. We don't want to take condition hits. No more spending. I should have done the 6 and then re-rolled the 3 and tried. It's fine. We still have 5 vials. Like, we're totally... We are totally okay. Free deck cap. Alright, let's go ahead and stream. Let me see this. Wait, I got a message on my 6 online. Okay, cool. Yeah. What did I get? 1, 5, 2, 6. Alright, let me just try to stick the dice. Whip. I'll stick these 2 dice and I'll re-roll the 2 dice that we're gonna do that. There we go. Got some more money. Oh. Oh, it'd be such a perfect ending to have, like, it's me, it's Lem, it's Mina. We both win the raffle. Oh my god, I'm gonna end up having 1,000 cryo potentially here. Huge. Oh, negative outcome. Just got... Oh. Okay, I know I said it was going to end. Oh! Oh, I really do need to end stream. Oh, the power flickered. Oh, no. Alright, you know what? Before the actual thing just completely cuts out, I'm going to end stream. I'll cut there. Next time we play this tomorrow, probably, we'll see where the autosave was and saved the game. Is the console out? Yeah, it's fine. We'll end it on the no signal Elgato screen. At least it didn't cut out the power to my computer. I'm gonna end stream. All right. Fuck. See, this is what I'm always afraid for when it rains here, and I'm on stream. All right. Until tomorrow, we'll start with Axiom Verge 2 finale, probably. All right. Until then. That's so awkward. Good thing it autosaves.